5 of the head coaches fired this season thus far are African American. How significant is this?
It's very significant, Jay. I mean, look, this is something that, African Americans, minorities overall have been striving for years now, to be represented at the highest levels of management, whether it be in management itself at the general manager position or at the head coaching position, and be given the opportunities to advance through the ranks, be put in the position to where then you are really a part of the significant selection process to then be considered a head coach, or rather to be a head coach. To have this many of them be fired all at one time with Marvin and Coach Wilkes, and it's tough, Vance Joseph. It's tough, and Todd Bowles in particular is tough for me to watch because he's a guy who's a personal friend of mine, someone who I know is a fantastic coach. The problem is, what is the pipeline looking like? How many guys will be hired? How many owners are really comfortable at going outside of their own comfort zone and considering somebody based totally on their merits? And I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying that the pipeline and the avenues to which you ascend to become general manager and head coach is not really full of minorities. So when you see this many exit and you don't see a whole lot coming in, that's a problem. Because now the balance is going to be out of whack again as far as what we're actually trying to achieve here as far as having good minority representation. These are some fine football coaches. They really are. As Marvin said, look, ultimately you're judged by your one-loss record. He had a long time to prove himself. He didn't get it done. Todd had 4 years to prove himself at the Jets. He didn't get it done. Steve Wilkes is a travesty. 1 year, one and done. Do we know how everything was done down there as far as his staff construction and then how that team was put together around him by the general manager, Steve Keim? Where's his culpability? Is he going to get fired too? This team has been morbid for a while. This team has been deficient for a while. This wasn't a very good roster. We don't have enough time to kind of get into all of this, right. But I will say this. Sometimes when you have enough time, like Marvin had a fair shot. He had a fair shot as far as he had a long enough time, although not everything that the Cincinnati Bengals is done in a conventional way compared to some other places, right. Okay, that people don't really talk about. So let's not discount that. But after as many years as he's been there, he said it. Look, I just didn't get it done. But some of these other situations, boy, it's tough. It's tough to swallow. I just hope the pipeline somehow, some way, that enough processes are put into place for there's enough guys who are able to be brought along and put in positions to then acquire some of these jobs. Because right now, it's scary. It's scary to see what's coming down the road.